Game 3 in week 1 of the MAML Dungeonbowl. We've got Purplish Passion against the new team Shambling Shitstorm. Let's take a look at these lineups. Purplish Passion Dark Elf team, we've seen them before. 3rd place in Spike Magazine Trophy. They do what Dark Elves do. Look at this bench here. Linemen, runners, blitzers. But these stats are all very, very similar, and they're very, very good. Strength of 3, AG of 4 across the board. A decent AV of 8 with the exception of the runners. But this movement stat is insane. 6 movement for their linemen. Everyone else has an MA of 7. Disgusting. Disgusting! 5 blocks on the team. These blitzers as well, blitzers come standard with block, but these Dark Elf blitzers also have access to dodge. That makes them very, very effective blitzers. Runners have this dump off ability. I don't know how much we'll see that. Dump off means if they're about to take a block, they can do a short pass. Could be very, very handy if you can get both runners in position and keep them that way. But otherwise, we haven't. I don't think we saw it at all in the Spike Magazine Trophy. We might see it in this game. We'll talk about that shortly with the with Purplish Passion's opponents. But look at this. Look at this. Stat upgrades are always amazing, and a stat upgrade to an AG of 5 makes this runner unbelievable. Automatic superstar. And I can't imagine we won't see a lot of use of him. He's going to really want to protect him against this team. He's up against a really bashy undead team. But otherwise, he can get a lot of utility out of him. 3 TRRs. But Enton here, this lineman, is a leader. So that's going to give Camaricel here 4 TRRs so long as Enton stays on the pitch. 3 cheerleaders. 5 fan factor. 3 coach assistants means kickoff events are almost certainly going to go in Purplish Passion's favor, and 1 apothecary just in case. The big hole in this lineup is that it's only a 10-man bench. Purplish Passion's going to be starting a man down, and they're going up against one of, if not the most bashy team in the Dungeonbowl. And so they're really going to want to be careful here about losing any more players to casualties. The big reason why is, as you can see here, these players are so expensive to replace. If Camaricel goes down another man, he might be playing half this competition a man short. So he really, really, really wants to be protective in this game and defend his players as much as possible. And we'll talk about how he might be able to do that in just a second. But first, let's take a look at Malik's team, the Shambling Shitstorm, an undead team. This bench is phenomenal. Undead teams are really good teams, especially at low TV. Like, they're out of the gate. They are just absolutely fantastic. 2 mummies, 2 whites, 4 ghouls, 4 zombies. Let's take a look at each of these positions and see what they do. First and foremost, these 2 mummies, holy moly, AVs of 9, strength of 5 with mighty blow as well. These these players are brutes, and they are going to murder anyone they take blocks on. They're very similar to the Minotaurs we saw on Walmart Death Machine's team, and as such, I would expect to see these mummies play similarly. In other words, I would imagine with a strength of 5, you want to get an assist or 2 on these guys to get those triple die blocks as much as possible. But these guys are going to be the powerhouses. They're going to be making lots of hits all game. But what about these whites? What are these guys? Well, the whites are they're like a human lineman, I would argue. These are the guys that you want to be taking hits otherwise. They can protect your high dollar players. They're still very fast. An MA of 6 with a strength of 3, an AG of 3, and an AV of 8. They are not bad at all. They're fairly resilient. They're very fast, and their strength and their AG are pretty average. Plus, they've got the block skill, so they're very solid stand-up linemen. The 4 ghouls here, these are the tricky players, and I might argue the stars of the team. MA of 7 makes them incredibly fast. Strength of 3, AG of 3 are respectable. AV of 7 is a little weak, but they all have dodge. So they're very, very fast, and they can play those positions that require that speed and ability to dodge. They can be your ball carriers. They can be receivers. They can get in position fairly easily for blocking assists. These are, I mean, the whole lineup's good. These are kind of the stars of the team, in my opinion, save for the mummies. How they are played typically determines how a undead team fares. Malik's gonna want to protect them. An AV of 7 is not good, but taking advantage of them is how an undead team can win games. Undead teams can also just march down the field with a cage, and if that works out, hey, awesome. But ghouls give them the flexibility against the various matchups to come out on top using various or even clever tactics. 4 zombies, kind of trash players, but look, they are so inexpensive. You throw these guys wherever you want to throw these guys. Your zombies can protect high value players. If you need to fill in a hole that you know is going to get charged through, put a zombie there. They are cheap to replace. AV of 8, not bad for such a cheap player either, and they have a strength of 3. So they're really good at what they do. They're really, really good linemen, and so an undead team just really doesn't have a whole lot of bad positions. 5 cheerleaders, 4 fan factor, 4 coaching assistants means this team can give Camaricel and the Purplish Passion a run for their money on the kickoff table, as it turns out. 3 team rerolls, not bad at all. You'll notice the conspicuous absence of an apothecary, and that's because they don't need an apothecary. They have regen on 8 of their 12 players, and in place of an apothecary, they have a necromancer. If Shambling Shitstorm can kill a player, take him off the pitch, and that player has a strength of 4 or less, it says right on the screen, has a strength of 4 or less, that player will come back as a zombie for Malik's team, which is something I really want to see happen. So all right, with these 2 lineups, what can we expect? Well, I think Purplish Passion on offense is going to play the game they always play. They are super, super quick, super, super agile. They are going to score, period. You cannot stop them from scoring. However, he's not terribly resilient, which means he's probably going to score as soon as he can, which is going to give the Shambling Shitstorm an opportunity to set up a 2-1 grind if he wants it. On defense, I think Purplish Passion doesn't want to get into a passing game. Camaricel has typically been fairly aggressive with this team, and to his credit, has been working out most of the time. I don't think he wants to do that in this game. I think in this game, he wants to screen out the Shitstorm. Screen him out, keep a space between him and the Shitstorm players, make the Shitstorm have to spend a blitz just to get a hit on a turn. If he can do that, I think he wins this game. However, he's going to be a man down. That's the key here. He's a man down. And if the Shitstorm can get any blocks with these mummies, really with anybody, but these mummies are a beast with that strength of 5 and mighty blow. If they can get 3-die blocks with these mummies, the Dark Elves are just going to fall one by one. And that's the game that Malik is going to want to play on defense. He's not going to be able to stop a score. He can try to screen them out as much as possible. He could pull a ghoul back to try to cover the backfield if he wants. But I think really what he wants to do is simply accept the fact that he's going to give up a TD, try to get hits on key players. Making critical marks is going to be the key to his defensive success. Find the players that he wants to mark, make those hits, get those 3-die blocks on the mummies, and start taking players off the pitch. If he can do that, he'll be in a good position on defense. As for offense, he's got options. I think against a Dark Elf team, he's going to want to play the traditional bashy tactic of caging up and marching down the field. He's got the strength to do it. If he can get the player advantage or even just open up a hole, he'll be able to march no problem. With these ghouls, one could be tempted to send them downfield as a catcher, as a potential receiver of a pass. The problem is you generally aren't able to protect them with anyone. You know, you've got your whites at MA of 6, but everyone else just can't keep up. And with an AV of 7, if you send a ghoul into the backfield by himself, he's going to get smashed and taken off the pitch. So I don't think we're going to see a lot of passing, or really any passing today. Who's to say? But I think if Malik on defense focuses on hits, on key marks, and on defense cages up and marches down the pitch, he can pull out a 2-1 grind tonight, or this afternoon, and win this game. All right, we'll get started in just a second here, and we'll see Purplish Passion take on the Shambling Shitstorm. But before we do, why don't we take a look at the Dungeonbowl bracket to see how it works and how it's shaping up. So here's the Dungeonbowl bracket. We've only had 2 games played so far out of 32 in this competition, but let's take a look at it real quick, just because the new wildcard format changes things up a little. Traditionally, top 4 seeds make the cut, and it's a single elimination competition, but there's now a new coaches pool, and with that a wildcard match. So the top 4 seeds still make the cut just like normal, but in addition to that, the coach in the new coaches pool that has the best record is also guaranteed a slot and makes the cut. And the way that works is the top 4 seeds are all seeded like normal. In this case, the Loops are on top. They would take the first seed. With WDM and the Yorkland Raiders tied for second seed, again, the way the seeding works is best record in the competition, or seeds happen by points. So the best, highest number of points gets top seed. When there's a tie for points, then the team who beat the other team that they're tied with breaks that tie, and if those 2 teams tied each other, then the seeding is determined randomly. So in this case, WDM played to a draw against the Yorkland Raiders, and therefore second and third seed would be random, as denoted by the R here. And then finally, Agile Solutions, being the only other team to have played, would take the 4th seed's spot. Then the winner of the new coaches pool would earn the 5th slot in the wild card, unless a new coach made top 4. In this case, 2 of them have so far, Yorkland Raiders and Agile Solutions, and therefore Agile Solutions would get a bye in the wild card. In other words, the wild card is just an opportunity for the new coaches to get to make the cut and get into the bracket. And I think that's going to be an exciting addition. It makes things evens the playing field a little bit and makes things a lot more exciting. So we'll get started here in just a second with Purplish Passion at Shambling Shitstorm. It's the 3rd game of week 1. First game for the Shambling Shitstorm. A home game here at the Tub of Blood. Looks like the weather is good. Let's see who wins the coin toss here. I think if Purplish Passion wins the coin toss, they are going to want to go on defense first. This will be their best chance at keeping 10 players on the pit. It looks like Camarastil and Purplish Passion are going to be on offense first. Malik took himself a wizard, and he gets the fame. Well done. Not too many teams have been taking fame away from Purplish Passion. 3 TRRs for the Shitstorm, 4 for Purplish Passion. Quick snap, Purplish Passion, despite not having the fame, are going to win this first kickoff event. And sure enough, they're going to take the opportunity to pull their 3 required linemen off the line. I think that's a very smart move. Start turn 1 here. Purplish Passion going on offense, decides to take the ball right out of the gate. And they move ahead. They're going to want to try to open a hole somewhere and then just blitz. Blitz is a bad word. Just barrel down it. And just like that, they got a hole on the right side. Not too concerned about that ghoul. And here we see Purplish Passion starting to shift over to the right, take advantage of that hole. They've got good ball carrier protection so far. Remember, the Shitstorm is not a fast team. And that's good. That's turn 1 for Purplish Passion. Not a bad turn 1 at all. Now the Shitstorm moving 2 ghouls over to the right. Getting 1 ghoul on for an assist on a block. Moves the zombie up to tie up some players. He's still got a blitz. He's got to decide who he wants to blitz here. It may be the number 4 blitzer. Nope. Mummy's going to come around to number 3 here. 2-die block is good. Could have made it a 3-die block, but that's okay. These mummies are dangerous, and just like that, we get a stun. Well done. Shambling Shitstorm, moving that white down the pitch in the backfield. That's an MA of 6. Shuffling the ghouls in the backfield around. He closes up that hole. We'll see how long it will stay closed, but good play. It's a good block by the Purplish Passion here on turn 2. They're going to take another 2-die block on this white. And that's their blitz, and now they move a second player downfield, down center pitch. Well done by Purplish Passion to take advantage of the holes they have opened. You can see just how fast and agile this Dark Elf team is. Oh, wow. Going for the pass to the ball carrier. Well done. Dark Elves doing what Dark Elves do best. Now, if he can get some coverage on this ball carrier, that would be great. I don't think he can, however. He's going to elect to tie up the ghouls on the right side. I think that is an okay idea. He'll eat a... Wow. Dodge off the gate. Has to spend the TRR. He's not going to get to that ball carrier. Purplish Passion is almost certainly going to score here. That was to be expected. Only gets a push with the mummy. 2-die block with the ghoul is good. Yeah, this is what Malik wants to do. Take those hits. Yes. Blitz on the ball carrier. Is it going to work out? It's a 1-die blitz. Only gets a push. He'll follow up. Yeah. It's going to make that ball carrier dodge, and that's wise. Oh no, a zombie fails the GFI and gets KO'd for his troubles. But that is okay. We'll see if Purplish Passion here scores on this turn. I suspect they will. They could stall in the back left corner here. Here comes a blitz on that white, or on that ghoul rather. It's a dodge. Oh, it's just going to send it in for a touchdown. 1-0 Purplish Passion. That is how quickly the Dark Elf team can score. Again, that's to be expected. I think this game is fine. Now, Malik is set up to win this game in a 2-1 grind. He, if he plays his cards right, he could make sure that Purplish Passion never gets this ball back for the rest of the game. He's got plenty of turns here to score. He's got 5 whole turns to get down the pitch. Purplish Passion doesn't have a kicker, so he can send one guy back if he wants. Brings the rest of his team up to the line and start putting on the hurt. Looks like he's going to opt for 2 men back. He wants to make sure he is right on that ball when it gets kicked. Both team gets an extra team reroll. Tie on the brilliant coaching. Well done. Not a bad kick for Shambling Shitstorm. 3-die block with the mummy, I believe. I want to see that again. Oh, wow. Good injury. That's the power of a mummy. Well done by Malik and the Shitstorm. Another block results in a dodge. That's okay. He just wants to put these blocks on. Yeah, this is what we thought we'd see these ghouls used for. They are excellent ball carriers. Looks like he's setting up the back of his cage with 2 more ghouls. He can keep the ghouls packed together. That gives him a lot of options as he starts to march down the pitch. 2-die block on the blitzer results in a push. He's going to push him towards the line. Well done. Another block. It's a good block. Oh, it's leaving the white exposed here. We'll see if Purplish Passion takes advantage of it. Looks like we're getting a 2-die blitz or a 1-die blitz here. It's a good blitz against the number 9 lineman. Malik taking those hits as he should be. Well done. 2-die block on the left side. Oh, bad roll for Purplish Passion. Has to spend the TRR. Gets a knockdown on it. There's the 2-die block on the exposed number 4 white. It's a good block. Gets a knockdown, nothing more. 1-die block. Wow, risky block. Oh, here comes the blitz. Who? Is Marisol gonna blitz? Right in front of the cage. Gets a push. Gets a chain push. And will not follow up. And dodges out. Well done. That's a smart play. Good use of his remaining blitz movement points. Marisol really needs to be careful of keeping players in the tackle zones of the Shitstorm players. Knockdown players can't block unless they blitz. Here comes a mummy 2-die blitz. Only results in a push. Just one more assist will make that a 3-die blitz. Looks like the Shitstorm gonna barrel down, or gonna start moving down center pitch? Yeah, sure. Moving that strength 5 mummy up on the lineman. Well done. Oh, he sends a ghoul off to the right. That ghoul... Marisol has been very aggressive. He might eat a 1-die block there. Could be a ruse to pull it out. Here's a one-die block against the white again. Results in a push. Very risky block as both players have the block skill. And there's that one-die block. Results in a both down. He takes it. Wow. And now the Shitstorm has an opportunity here. Whoa! There's that fireball right in front of the cage. Not bad. Not bad at all. He gets 2 knockdowns. And he can start moving down the left side of the pitch. Gets a KO as well on the left side. Well done by Malik. And now he can start moving this cage with freedom. Gotta be careful of that ball carrier. 2-die block is a good block against the leader. And the leader's KO'd, and now that's it. Camarcel is going to lose a TRR. Oh, it looks like the Apothecary was spent, and therefore he's going to stay on the pitch. Probably a good call, I think. 2-die block with the other mummy is going to result in a push. Doesn't. It elects not to follow up. That ball carrier is still not safe. The Dark Elf team is very, very fast. A very good turn otherwise by Malik here. Well done. Oh no, I spoke too soon. He fell on the GFI. Alright. Purplish Passion. Yeah, he's moving these players back into position, going too deep down the left wide zone. Well done. Good good play by Purplish Passion here to regroup and get their team back on defense here. Good dodge by the number 2 Blitzer. Takes a GFI or 2 there. Shambling Shitstorm. Which way are they going to decide to go? Are they going to try to... Oh wow, it looks like they're going to try to block down this 2 deep line here. Let's see if this pays off. 3-die block coming up. 2-die block, sorry. Has to spend the reroll, only gets a push out of it. Will he follow up or not is the question. He does, and I think that's a fine follow-up. Malik, one of the coaches in the new coaches pool here, so while of course he is playing the round robin against the 7 other teams, he's really playing against the 3 other new coaches for a spot in the cut. Here comes a foul on the number 6 runner. If he can take him off the pitch. Doesn't work out, but excellent foul otherwise. Why not foul with your zombies? Well done. Purplish Passion resetting defense here, going too deep, and it's going to be really hard to pull down this left-hand side here. Camarcel is exactly that. He's going to be able to set up this 2 deep defense for the rest of the drive. 1-die block doesn't work out. Has to spend the TRR. Gets the knockdown on the reroll. Only 2 TRRs left for Purplish Passion. Kept his extra reroll by spending his Apothecary on his leader. And now Malik is really going to have to make something happen here. He's going to have to start taking some risks. He's just not going to be able to get past this defense. Oh no, gets a KO on a failed dodge. Doesn't spend the reroll? Oh, or did he have the dodge? He had the dodge skill. So he gets a free reroll, failed the reroll, and that's it for turn 7 for the Shitstorm. I don't think they're going to be able to score on turn 8, but really great effort otherwise. I think they did a really fine job here. Wow, yeah, these 1-die blitzes are just so risky. Ball carrier got blitzed, got knocked down, but Malik can just pick the ball back up. Can he get into the end zone? He can. Oh, but he takes the block instead. So he's gonna end up just trying to block some players down. I think that's fair instead of trying to score. Another foul on that high dollar runner. Only gets a stun out of it. He's looking for a casualty. But I think it's a good call to do a second foul. Remember, he has a 12-man line. He can afford to lose a zombie. Gets a stun out of it. He wants more. He's looking for injuries. Ooh, fails his dodge, unfortunately. And that'll be the end of the half. 1-0, Purplish Passion. The Shitstorm is going to get a second chance here at trying to score. They could very well tie this game up. And they're going to get a player back. It's going to bring them up to 11. As is the Passion. So it's going to be 10v9, I believe. Oh, no. 10v... Yeah, 10v9. Oh, no. It's going to be 11v9. Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11v9. 11v10. I'll figure out numbers someday. Alright, Shambling Shitstorm gonna get another attempt here to do it all over again. They just don't have their wizard. High kick, Shitstorm wins this event. And that is a fine event to win. They don't have to roll for that pickup. Well done. 3-die block with the mummy. That's what you want to see with these mummies. And gets an injury! That 3-die block with Mighty Blow. Wow, that is excellent play. 2-die block on the right-hand side against the #1 blitzer results in a dodge. He follows up with that white. He wants to get an assist. All right, well done. He's going to protect this white this time. Not going to leave him hanging. And going right down center pitch yet again. Good idea. It's going to cage up. Also a good idea. And he's got a few more hits to take here. 2-die block on the left side. It's a dodge, but he'll take it. Oh, he decides to follow up. But he's going to fill in the gap there. Well done. Good play. 2-die blitz this time with the mummy. Excellent clean hit. Gets a KO. Those mummies are beasts. They are devastating. They are terrifying. Now it's 11v9 in favor of the Shitstorm. 2-die block coming back from Purplish Passion results in a knockdown. Passion take a 2-die block on the #10 zombie. Gets a push out of it. Decides to follow up. Gets a 1-die block on the #4 white. Risky block. Again, works out. Here comes the blitz with the #2 blitzer. Another 1-die block. Whew. Still working out. He's getting a push out of it. Good dodge by #9 to reset on defense. Russell looking to screen out this cage any way he can. Malik moving those zombies up, or I'm sorry, moving the mummies up, and of course he will. They have a strength of 5. Malik repositioning this cage, and now he has the 2 mummies on the front of the cage. What is Camaricel going to do about it? I think he needs to pull back and screen them out. 2-die block on the #8 lineman on the right side of the cage. Works out. Gets a KO out of it again. Well done. And now he has a 3-player advantage. Four-player advantage. 1-die block on the right hand side happens to work out. Probably doesn't follow up. Indeed, he does not. Gets a good stun out of it. Yeah, this is exactly the game Malik wants to be playing, and he is playing it. Well done. Purplish Passion taking a 2-die block on the left side here. Works out with the block skill. Dodges out the number 4 Plitzer to try to get back on defense here. He wants to stop this cage from moving. Failed dodge. And that's a dodge, player with a dodge skill, so he failed the reroll. And now Malik can start marching down this field. He's going to take a 2-die block with the mummy, or 2-die blitz. Works out. Clean hit. And we'll see if those mummies stay on the tip of the cage or not. Looks like perhaps they might not. Malik really playing this team very well, I think. Spends 2 GFIs to put a mummy on the front of the cage. Works out. We've got a zombie. No, he's not gonna put him on the back of the cage. All right, Malik gets some tackle zones and some players. Why not make them? They're okay with dodging, but make them dodge anyway. So that's smart play. 2-die block in the backfield. It's a good block, but doesn't do much. Purplish Passion dodges the number 6 runner out to get back on D here. Not a whole lot happening here. 1-die block. Oh my god, on the ball carrier. Works out. Risky blocks all game, and they are working out. Malik is still in very good position to pick this ball back up here. He can block down. He can blitz down number 1. Oh no! Tried to dodge and failed. He's going to spin the TRR. Fails the dodge again, and now the Shitstorm are in trouble. They are in danger of losing this ball after what was a very good drive. Purplish Passion getting tackle zones on that ball. Failed the pickup. It's a 50-50 pickup. And they succeed on the reroll. They try to pass it out of harm's way. They fail the reception, but the scatter, the double scatter here actually works in their favor. Malik can still pick this ball up. Looks like he's going to get some tackle zones to assist on the pickup here. I think that's smart. Three-die block with the mummy. Oh no, did that... I'm going to rewind that. Did that not work out? I believe this is the first time Malik has been playing this team, and he's been doing a really good job of it. Three-die block doesn't work out. He wanted to get a knockdown. And I think that's fair because it works out and ends up as a KO. Well done by Malik. Good presence of mind. Two-die block results in a clean hit. It's going to push him towards the ball carrier. I'm sorry, towards the ball. And it's an excellent stun. Wow. Two-die block results in a push on the number 5 runner. Decides not to push him in the tackle zones, interestingly enough. And now he picks up the ball. It's a good pickup. He's in fairly good shape. He is not under any means safe, but not in a bad position. Failed two-die block by the Passion results in a TRR spent. They're down to 1. Gets a good knockdown on the second roll. And they're setting back up on defense here. Blitz on the ball carrier. Yep, here it is. It's a negative block. I get super lucky on the uphill block and then dodges out. That's smart to dodge out there. Malik still has 3 turns, in great shape here to tie this game up. Reforming that cage, doing a really, really good job of keeping team cohesion, reforming the cage, opening holes, taking advantage of it. Very impressive. Here comes the mummy, 2-die blitz. Results in a push. He wanted more, but he'll take it. Probably follows up. Indeed he does. Here comes the foul. It's a foul on number 3 blitzer. Doesn't work out. But again, not being afraid to foul, and I think that is good play. Put some tackle zones on those players. Not going to help much unless he's looking specifically to foul this down player again. 1-die block again by the Passion, and again works out. Gets a very good stun out of it. And now he has a tackle zone on the ball carrier. Here comes the blitz on the ball carrier. Indeed, 1-die blitz. Spence! Hey, alright, it's 1-die blitz. Fairly risky. He does have the block ability, but the ghoul has the dodge ability. He gets a push out of it and decides, I am not okay with that. I want a knockdown. Spends his final TRR and gets it. He has been praying to Nuffle, and his prayers are being answered. Wow, look at that scatter. What a great scatter. Passion GFIs to the ball. Ball scatters, and now Purplish Passion just can't keep that ball away from Malik. He's got 2 turns left to try to score here. He can still do it. 2-die block with the mummy results in a push. He will probably follow up. No, he decides not to. 2-die block with the mummy again. He spends his final TR, gets a push. He pushes him back toward the area of play. Interesting. I think that's okay. It keeps tackle zones on that player. It's going to force him to dodge. Ghoul fails his dodge. That's a 50-50 dodge. And now Malik's only got a turn left to make this happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see. But he's been playing really good offense, I think. Wow, another 1-die blitz. This is a blitz plus... Alright, this is a block plus dodge die roll, so not terribly risky. Three men on that ball carrier. He's got an AG of 4 men on that ball carrier. He's not going anywhere. Oh, he's just gonna go straight for the pass. Not... Wow! Oh, gets an interception. He could have blocked a player down there, made that pass a little safer, but good presence of mind to know what to do to score. And now Camarocel's gonna make that ball carrier pay for daring to hold on to the ball. Looks like Camarocel's gonna go for a long pass here as well, get some extra SPP. Really good game by both teams here. I think Malik did a really commendable job with this team, and he is going to be a nightmare to deal with in the coming weeks, I think. Maricel, you can see just the power of this team. He can score, and he can score quickly. Excellent pass for the SPP. Well done. The game's going to end 1-0. Purplish Passion. Good game by both teams. Look at that. Look at this. 12 armor breaks by the Shitstorm. Oh, and I'm going to have to deal with that in this round robin eventually. Take a look at the statistics. Look at that. The Shitstorm held on that ball. They did exactly what they should have done, I think. They kept that ball at the end of this, or for most of the first half, right at the end, and then they kept the ball for virtually the entire half of the second half, and that was correct. I think that was the correct strategy. Could have made a little better use of the mummies getting 3-die blocks instead of 2, but you could see how successful he was with them, how on the ball he was with keeping that cage together. Put those mummies at the front of the cage there towards the second half there. That was a really smart play. And he was able to just march down the field. Very effective offense by the Shitstorm. Again, I don't know what he could have done on defense. You're not going to stop Purplish Passion from scoring. But he countered that by holding on to the ball for virtually the rest of the game. So I think that was really good play. And Camaricel, he's very comfortable with this Dark Elf team at this point. He knows how to play it on offense. On defense, very, very risky with a lot of those 1-die blocks. But we've seen him do that in the past, and we've seen it work out for him in the past. And again, it worked out for him here tonight. So, good plays. 9 SPP for the Shitstorm. 12 SPP for Purplish Passion. Let's take a look at the die rolls real quick. Shambling Shitstorm on the D6s. Look about dead even. Purplish Passion on the D6s. Looking actually very favorable for them. On the black die for the Shambling Shitstorm, just about even. And for Purplish Passion, also just about even. So well done. Well done by both teams. That was a really fun game to play. It was really interesting to see how the Shambling Shitstorm would play and how Malik would decide to play them in this game, since we haven't seen the team before in the past. And it looks like he is going to be a force to be reckoned with. We already know Purplish Passion's going to score all day, every day, in every single game they play. But now it just means we have another threat in the league. So the games in the coming weeks are going to be super interesting. Thanks for watching. Hope you had fun. Final game of week 1 is going to be tomorrow. It's going to be a live game at 9:15 p.m. And that one's going to be the Whiny Beavers at the Ratas. Whiny Beavers, Spike Magazine Trophy runners-up and Chaos Cup champions against newcomers Los Bastardos de Ratas. Exciting to see how they'll play as well. They're a Skaven team. They got 4 gutter runners because of course they do. 9 MA a pop. We'll see how that very fast team fares against the very slow, bashy Whiny Beavers. See you tomorrow. Take care.